Hey guys, I finished reading The King of Frost and Shadows. I don't even know where to start, to be totally honest. Okay, so I do have to spoil a little bit to be able to explain my review to you guys. So don't keep watching if you do not want to be, don't keep watching if you don't want to know what happens. Okay, so first things first, when I wrote this on my TBR, I wrote comedy beside it, and the reason why I did that is because when I saw someone post like a little like clip of a page, it was like a sentence, it was like he was calling her Sprite, and then she responded, she's like, I don't know why he keeps calling me the name of a soda. I thought that was funny, and I thought that's kind of like what the book was giving. This book was so cringe, bro. It is revealed that they're fated mates in the beginning. So this book is advertised that they're enemies to lovers. This was not enemies to lovers. This was, we fought for like a day and we're totally obsessed with each other. You know how in like most, like fae fantasy, dark romancy stories, you have like the morally gray male main character and he's like, touch my mate and you die. I will kill everyone. But you know how it's written to be really attractive and hot. Well, in this book, the way that it's written, it makes me cringe so hard. It reminds me of those little like couple wolf packs that sometimes like pop up on my For You page. If you stay until the end of the video, I'll show a picture, a little screenshot of who I thought about while reading this book. I did make it through book 1 and 2, and the reason why is because the plot and like the story itself wasn't bad, and it was intriguing, and I kind of just wanted to know what would happen. I feel like the writing was also not the greatest. Like whoever edited this book, did not do the author any justice, and that kind of kept like pulling me out. But so that stuff doesn't really like bother me too much. I'm able to like push through. I did get confused because of how the sentences were like laid out. Sometimes I didn't know who was speaking in the story. One of the biggest things for me was there was a lot of scenes where they'd be going through the castle, like, trying to escape, going from room to room, whatever, but instead of walking, they would be flying. And that was just weird to me because I kept trying to picture it in my head and I couldn't. Like, you're flying through the castle instead of walking, so like how big are these hallways? I don't know. I couldn't picture it. I did not have the imagination for it, so I just had to pretend that instead of them saying we're flying down the hallway, I read it as we were walking. They had to be walking. There was no tension, and there was also like no... So the female main character lost her memories, and how this book is written, it didn't give you any room to like imagine or to kind of like think about what's gonna happen, because as soon as there would be a scene, she'd be like hinting at the main character getting her memories back. She'd get her memories back the next page. It was really a quick read. It was under 400 pages. I just, I had to take a break for a minute with Onyx Storm, and I did get secondhand embarrassment reading this, so I did not like reading it in front of my husband at all. Even when I was alone, I'd be like reading and then have to like cover my face because I don't know, it was weird for me. If you're into that sort of thing, go ahead, I'd recommend it. But if you're not, then I would not. I think that you wouldn't be missing much by not reading this book. It is kind of funny in some parts of it just because it's so weird. Also, like I promised, here's that picture of the couple that I thought about while reading this book.